83% of Americans cannot identify their rights protected by the First Amendment.
81% of Americans under 45 years old can't pass a multiple-choice citizenship test.
88% of high school seniors don't know enough about American history to be responsible citizens.
But not here, not at College of the Ozarks.
The College of the Ozarks is a college based in the liberal arts. It's located in the heart of America. If you look at the history of America, the building blocks, what are they? Faith, hard work, hope, loyalty, honor, and all the traditional values. That's what built America. The core values of America are the building blocks for the College of the Ozarks. You can see in the school's operation a reflection of the building blocks of the country itself.
From the very beginning, College of the Ozarks has been a work school. So we provided an opportunity for students to come here and graduate debt-free. The majority of our student population, over 90%, show financial need.
The tuition here is guaranteed. The student doesn't have to pay it, but they have to participate in the work program.
They pull themselves up by their bootstraps to earn a debt-free education. What can be more American than working your way up?
Patriotism is an essential part of College of the Ozarks because we seek to form citizens of Christ-like character who are well-educated, hardworking, and patriotic.
College of the Ozarks has 5 very unique and distinct goals. They are Christian, patriotic, academic, vocational, and cultural.
The goals that we've intended, we've even written them into our bylaws. That's how we wanted to make sure that there could not be a mission drift.
The one that is probably the most unique in higher education is the patriotic goal. The patriotic goal is to help students develop an understanding of American heritage, civic responsibility, love of country, and a willingness to defend it.
The patriotic goal is the last of the goals that were incorporated in the operation of the College of the Ozarks. That was about 50 years ago, and it was done at a time where the trustees felt like patriotism was in short supply in America because we were in the middle of the Vietnam War.
Having an education that includes patriotism, we felt would help center our students so they would look at America in a different light. We want people to look at America as a force for good in the world.
While the patriotic goal of the college was added in 1973, it's important to note that patriotism is deeply rooted in the fabric of College of the Ozarks.
College of the Ozarks has a rich tradition of service to the military. We've had students that have served in every major conflict.
We even have a wall on campus that honors the people who gave their lives for this great nation.
We've had 4 generals who have graduated from College of the Ozarks. One of them rising to the ranks of 4-star general.
Patriotism is evident the minute you drive through the gates of opportunity on our campus. The first thing that you see is Patriots Park.
When you come to our campus and you see the flags, you see the somber atmosphere of Patriots Park, and that all sets the stage, I believe, for students to realize that there are people who came before them, and they gave their lives in some cases so that the College of the Ozarks can be here to serve them.
That's a way of making a statement. These are the people that paid for freedom. Don't forget it.
You may also see students from our lower school as they participate in their flag ceremony. You might even see students in our military science class, those who are commissioning to be in the Bobcat Gold program in the Missouri Army National Guard.
The patriotic goal at College of the Ozarks is deeply embedded within the experiences of students, faculty, and staff on our campus.
We take a very intentional approach with it, and it's woven into everything that we do.
At College of the Ozarks, patriotic education isn't an elective. It's required, kindergarten through college.
We incorporate the patriotic goal at School of the Ozarks basically by bookending the entire week with patriotic activities. So we begin Monday mornings with an all-school flag ceremony that's K through 12, and we end the week on Friday afternoons with what we call a Founders Friday presentation, where over the course of 2 years our students will have heard of every signer of the Declaration of Independence, with our younger kids with the songs and chants that they learn. Even our kindergartners know the entire Bill of Rights, and they know the preamble to the Constitution. Patriotic education at the high school consists not only of civics classes, but they also, as seniors, take a specific class where they'll learn to present and post colors and learn a little bit about what those men and women who are protecting our country have to deal with.
Students at College of the Ozarks, as part of their general education curriculum, take Patriotic Education 103 during their freshman year.
They have to take military science, that's part of it. They learn about the country and the government and how it operates, and civics and the free market system.
We wanted to look at curriculum that would develop leaders, that would develop character, and so we looked at the military and some of the things that they were doing for their young officer development programs.
As upperclassmen, our students take Citizen Trip 401, which is very likely one of the most unique programs in all of higher education.
These same students now, having become seniors, they study current events, and then we send all of them to Washington to see the historical documents and monuments.
If we're going to say that we have a patriotic mission and we want to teach civics and government, we need to see it firsthand.
You don't have to walk through many rows in Arlington to find out, well, these 18, 19, 20-year-olds, they died for the rest of us. We need to do more to teach what sacrifice is all about and who made it.
In our Patriotic Education travel program, students have been paired with veterans and have traveled all over the world to the places where the veterans served.
It's probably the most meaningful thing that I've seen in my long career. Because when you can take those students to a battlefield and you've got standing there a veteran who watched his friends die and tell about it, it's priceless. And they're never going to forget it, and they don't need to forget it.
College of the Ozarks believes it's time to change the narrative about America.
Let's face it, if you look across higher education in America, patriotism isn't always front and center.
How many colleges do you know about that have a patriotic goal? How many colleges do you know where patriotism is even discussed?
College of the Ozarks realizes we're at a pivotal moment in time, and we've realized that there's a great division within our country, and it's time for leaders in higher education, especially higher education, to stand up and try to fix that divide.
I believe that schools are failing because it is our duty to teach the younger generations the blessings of our birthright so that it can be carried on to the next generation.
It's distressing in America at this point to see that there are actually curriculums in our schools that do not teach American history. They don't teach civics.
We basically see a vacuum or a void in what students used to learn about this great country of ours. And so it can be filled up with ideas of socialism or other alternate ideas that have failed for centuries.
If we don't make a concerted effort to reinstill the value of patriotism in young people, then America's future is not as bright as it should be.
Today, College of the Ozarks is taking our all-American education to all of America.
The vision statement of the William S. Knight Center for Patriotic Education is to revive historic American values and virtues in youth, K through college.
The Knight Center is a center of activities that promote the cause of patriotism.
It's more than just a building on campus. It is an idea, it is a thought process, and it is a mission so that we can impact our culture for the better.
The goal of our center is to take the tested models, programs, and curriculum that we've developed at School of the Ozarks and College of the Ozarks and make them available to everyday Americans.
To raise the sights of the public, not just our students, everybody.
Imagine a library of patriotic education resources where anybody from any computer can scroll through and see what College of the Ozarks and School of the Ozarks uses on their very campus. Our patriotic education kits with workbooks and DVDs will help everyday Americans, parents, grandparents, concerned citizens, school board members, take advantage of the college's tested patriotic education programs.
I think this is our chance to impact far more students than we'll ever be able to impact within our gates.
We know patriotic education works. We see it day in and day out. Now, we're excited to share it with the rest of the country.
50% of young Americans do not consider themselves patriots.
75% don't believe America is a great nation.
37% of young Americans believe the Communist Manifesto guarantees their freedoms better than the Declaration of Independence.
If no one teaches students to value America's freedom, that freedom will not endure for future generations.
I think it's a pivotal time in our nation to launch the William S. Knight Center for Patriotic Education.
The College of the Ozarks has lots of friends, and they've given a lot of money because they believe in what we're doing. And so now we've got a chance to give back what was given to us.
The intent of the board, as we look at the William S. Knight Center for Patriotic Education, is that we would take a leadership role.
Present arms!
We would be the genesis here at the College of the Ozarks that would spark a movement throughout the United States of America.
There's no other country in the world that provides the opportunities like we have here in America. And it's okay to celebrate that we have these opportunities where we can work hard and achieve the American dream.
We need to make sure that today's youth take with them the desire to teach their future generations about how wonderful this country is and how blessed we are to live in it.
As far as the condition of America right now, it's as if the hour is late. We either assert what we believe to be true and affirm the goodness of America, or watch it keep sliding downhill. We're all Americans, and so we should all work to preserve this country and to make it even stronger for the next generation. I hope that the patriotic education effort is a spark that spreads, and that many other colleges and schools will join us in saying this is what America really is.